Hi, welcome back to I've Read Byzantine. My name is Quib, and today we're talking about the book The Byzantine Empire by Charles W. C. Oman. This book, funnily enough, I guess, I could call it like the fast food, the really good fast food of the Byzantine like library. I would say like the all the published book about the Byzantine Empire. I'll say the fast food, and I'll explain why. It's really not as bad as it can sound. It's not like McDonald's or whatever. It is like just good, fast, but maybe not enough. I would say in terms of like quality to modern time. So I'll explain a bit later on. But first of all, where can you find this book? This book you can find it on Amazon at $31 ish, like it's 30.50 cents, I guess, right now. But $31, let's put it out fine, and 22 USD, $31 Canadian, and 22 USD on Amazon. In my opinion, for a 360 page length, it's a pretty good price for 360 pages. It's pretty good. So and also the quality of the content is really good for that price. I think it's if you ever want to start with something, it's with this book, because also bias on my end, right? But I started with this book, so so that's why I'm saying it's a bit of a fast food. Like it's like you never tried a restaurant, try with fast food first, so you have an idea of what, not the worst, but what the base could be like, and then you discover the better. I don't think if my I don't know if my fast food reference is holding up, but let's keep going. So this book is like an entire overview of the Byzantine history. It is it's starting from Constantine the Great to the end, and at the end, I think there's a bit of like epilogue, but not really an epilogue because there's nothing more after the end. But it's more like, oh, I'm talking about the effects of what the book is, and maybe a bit of like Trebizond and Epirus, which they kind of survived to that point. So yeah, and also the details are good. It's fairly detailed. I won't say it's the best because when you start reading it, the chapters are really, really small. Because yes, 360 pages are pretty nice, as it's pretty nice as a length. But like the chapters are really small. Like, he's trying to talk in details. Example, you try to talk in details about Alexios Komnenos and like the Alexiad, sorry, in like, I don't know, 30 pages. That's rough. And like, that's 10% of your book with the Alexiad, but the like Alexios Komnenos has an entire family with John II and stuff like that. So you know there's way more John Komnenos. There's way more people to talk about, and so you don't have like a lengthy, description of the period, but you still have a good understanding, I'll say. Also, there's a point I want to make is it is fun to read. It's never boring. It even made me laugh at some point, like the way he talks about some of the people in there. Like he talks about oh my god, Acardius. Well, the son of Theodosius who ruled the East. He talks as him as he's a complete buffoon. He takes the words of like past authors, but it's kind of funny to see him just saying it. Like you're reading since it's the first book I ever read, I was like, what the hell is happening? But it's kind of funny. So it did make me laugh. It's not necessarily funny, but just fun, and it's fun to read. So really, like I said, beginner friendly to the end, because detail, fun, and fairly comprehensive. That's pretty good. So the version I have is the Westholm Publishing, which is the publisher of this book, and it was published back in 2009, but the book was written in 1892. So I just want to talk about kind of this problem, right? As in, the information he's using is kind of outdated. Like, there's like a nuance to understand in the fact that it's outdated, as in it's not in line with the academia of right now. Example, if you would look at what Anthony Cordalis is saying, this guy would say something else different. Like example, like he's talking about the emperor and stuff like that, but Anthony Cordalis' example is saying that no, it's actually a republic. The Byzantine Republic is book, which I kind of agree with to some extent. So I would say that if you're reading this, you're reading as someone from the 1892. So, you know, really back in the time, following the sources really well, but also following their opinions. So there's where I think the problem is, there's missing nuances. Like when he talks about some emperor being absolute buffoon, I mean, you don't become emperor if you're an absolute buffoon normally. I think in the Byzantine system, you have to be something to become emperor. It's not like I'm the king. You know, they have all this way of ensuring that there's some kind of good government. So you can be bad, as in like spending all the money of the state, but you're not the worst. There's always a silver lining somewhere, and you can always find it in the text. As in, like, Justinian is a great conqueror or whatever, but also he ruined the state, but still, he still did great stuff by ruining the state. In my opinion, he did ruin the state, so sorry if you don't have the same opinion as me, but yeah. So, and also, I'm gonna give this point to Mr. Oman here. He's trying back in this time to put a new light on the Byzantine Empire. So back in the days, they were seeing it as like this corrupt, outrageously rich, I don't know, feminine, whatever, you know, stereotype, right? Empire. But he's trying to actually say, yeah, no, yes, it was on decline constantly all the time, but you know, that's the reason why they did this to stop it. They had like a bunch of Renaissance. Like if you study Byzantine history, you have like a bunch of Renaissance. Like you had the Comenian Renaissance, the Macedonian Renaissance. You know, there's a bunch of time where they fought back really hard, but at the end they fell short because I think when when you're in the middle of everything, you just die. You know, you cannot survive that good for that long. You know, but they did well. So he's trying to put out that the empire is pretty nice. It's doing great, trying to put out a good history, but you know, at the end of the day, it kind of fell short, as the writing style back in the day wasn't the same as today, and their opinions wasn't as filtered as today. That can be argued though for the opinion and historians, but you know, it is what it is. So if I come back to my idea of fast food. So I told you everything in here. I describe a bit what I'm seeing. So overall, if we brief everything, it's a good overview with biases opinion. So put your grain of salt, but it's really fun and it's fairly detailed. So that's why I'm saying it's fast food, because you know, fast food, they check the marks, but they don't check it as well as like a fine meal, right? Like you go to get McDonald's, you know what? I mean, that's reductive. Here we have Tim Horton. Okay, before they were bought, Tim Horton was a pretty good place to go. So I would say it's like Tim Horton. I'm Canadian, so pardon me. So it's the book is cheap, it's fun, and it gives you overall understanding of what it is. So fast food, right? Normally a fast food is it's cheap, it's fun, and it gives you overall understanding of what food is. But not like, oh, I'm gonna get the filet mignon. So now you really understand like I don't know, cooking technique and stuff like that, because it's actually tastes really amazing when you put a lot of effort. And then, my god, my analogy is not maybe as good as I thought. I'm gonna stick with it because why not? I find it really funny comparing a book to fast food, but I hope you understand a bit of the meaning I want to say. So you know, it's just good. It's a good book. Just buy it. Just buy it. So anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping about fast food right now. So thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye bye.